child Kitty appeared, and today for you, I have Voltron Season 5 predictions for you. Yes guys, talking about Voltron. Again. But at this point guys, are you really surprised? Like, really, are you surprised? But yeah, so basically, actually, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Originally, this week, I was going to make a completely different kind of video that had nothing to do with Voltron. But then I was scrolling through YouTube, as you do, and saw this YouTuber that I've been following for a while, and they uploaded their like predictions of what they think is going to happen in Season 5, and I was kind of like, you know what, I have a lot of feelings about what I feel like Season 5 is going to be like, so I thought, why not make a video? So I will say this basically, the video that I watched was from, actually I have their YouTube channel right here, but it is Ordinary Dreamer. They talk a lot about Voltron. Like, if you think I'm bad, go to this girl's channel. This girl could talk about Voltron for days, and I thought I was bad when it comes to it. But yeah, obviously I will put links down below in the description if you guys are interested in her channel. So yeah, okay, so let's get into the predictions. So basically, I do have, I have my laptop right here, as I said before, and basically I have bullet points of what I want to talk about, so that basically I just thought I might as well do that, so obviously I don't go too much on a tangent, but I feel like this is probably not gonna stop me because, guys, it's me. But, yes, so I've basically gotten 5 things that I think are definitely going to happen in Season 5, and then there's 5 more things that I hope are going to happen, but I'm not entirely sure they're going to go down that route just yet. Obviously, I'm going to first talk about the things that I definitely know, or I like pretty much picture that this is definitely going, like, has more probability of happening in Season 5. But again, I could be wrong. They could be completely turn the bus and go, actually, no, this is what's gonna happen. Because I mean, I've been wrong about things before. Go back to my where the heck I think Shiro is video, but yeah, that's not the point. Anyways, so yeah. Anyways, speaking of Shiro, so basically my first thought that I put down was that I think this, like, Season 5, we are going to find out that Shiro, like the Shiro that's with them right now, is a fake. He's a clone or robot or whatever else everybody else is saying that he is. That he's going to somehow get discovered, like. Or maybe they will show us more clues. Like, I don't know if they'll exactly have, like, the Paladins or Team Voltron basically knowing what's going on. Like, I don't know if they'll go down that route. Maybe there'll be more clues going, oh no wait, he is a clone and he is working for the Gara and blah blah blah. But I actually, for my hope as well, like, I am hoping that maybe somebody figures it out. Like, again, I'm not too sure, like, who would figure it out. Like, I think they might make it someone who's not, you wouldn't think they're the ones that will figure it out. Like, I always thought that maybe Matt would be able to figure it out, but no, he seems to be convinced that this is the real Shiro. But I have seen a lot of people on Tumblr thinking that it would be Lance, but I think that's mainly because of, obviously, that whole thing where Lance was like, yo, I think we should get out of here, and Shiro would be like, no, and then as soon as, like, all that happened, they got stuck on a planet that was, like, about to explode. So yeah, it'd definitely be interesting if Lance is the one that figures it out. But yeah, so yeah, I do think that at some point either we are going to, like, they're going to show more evidence, like, it'll be confirmed that this is not the real Shiro, or someone, or maybe the whole team will figure it out on their own. Cause yeah, anyways, okay, so that's that point. Alright, next thing, I think this season we might get, like, I'm really hoping this because obviously of other clues we've seen, I think this season we're going to get Shiro and Keith's backstory, like how they know each other, because I would like to know, like, what exactly are they to each other, like, how do they know each other? Obviously, like, Shiro was, like, a commanding officer, like, you know, high ranks and all that. He was a teacher at some point. But the fact is, we know that Keith was a student at the garrison at the time. But my main point why I think we're going to finally get the backstory of these two is mainly because, obviously, when you see those, I don't know if many of you have figured it out, but if you've been on Tumblr, you've probably seen it. but basically, obviously, we have those pictures that we see of Paige, Matt, and like their family all together in the picture. And if you look at the corner, you see like Keith and Shiro just hanging out. So I do think that is a clue to say that, yo, the backstory's coming soon, guys. We're going to find out, obviously, why these two are as close as they are. Like, what made Shiro like want to like basically put Keith under his wing, like help him out and stuff like that. Like, are they adopted brothers, or are they just really good friends? Cause yeah, hopefully we will get the backstory for that. Okay, so the next point that I want to get across is obviously at the end of season 4, we obviously saw Lotor saving everyone pretty much. And obviously it ends with Lotor being like, yo, can I help out? Yo guys, can I crash on your couch? Blah, blah, blah. But I do believe that Lotor, he's not getting his redemption arc this time around, this season anyway. I do not think Lotor is going that far yet, because I have seen a lot of people saying that it's very like, oh, they're going to do it like kind of like how Prince Zuko and stuff like that, but no, I generally do not think that Lotor is going to be good during the season. He might, like, I think he's most likely going to be pretending, because again, as we have seen, Lotor is very good at, like, you know, manipulating people into thinking stuff. So obviously, the man knows what he's doing. So obviously, I think at some point, when obviously, like, there's a chance he will backstab them. But I'm also really, really hoping that the Paladins are, or like at least all Team Voltron are just like, no, we don't trust you. Like, we do not trust you at all. And obviously, if Lotor plans something, they have something planned in advance. Like, they know what's up. Like, I want to see something like that instead of the whole, oh, we trusted you, we thought you were good. No, because obviously I know Keith would be like, no, I don't trust you as far as I could throw you. Like, Clone Shiro, I'm not too sure about Clone Shiro. Alora, well, I'll talk about Alora later. Lance, no, Lance is gullible, but he ain't that gullible. Paige, again, I don't see her being very trusting. And Hunk, yes, even though we know Hunk is very kind and sweet, but we do know he does not trust people that easily. He's not that trusting of people, because as we've seen in like season 1. So yeah. So I do not think the Paladins or anybody on Team Voltron is going to think that Lotor is turning over a leaf. We know that for a fact. I can imagine season 5 opening with, obviously, Lotor in handcuffs. Just, if he's in handcuffs again, please, for the love of God, don't do that weird bone-cracking thing. Oh, my God, I didn't know. But, yeah, so obviously I do think that Lotor will try and betray the Paladins, but I'm also kind of hoping the Paladins are prepared for it and know how to stop him. But yeah, anyways. Next point. Alright, so the next thing, I do believe that we're going to get Lotor's backstory. We're going to find out if he was around at the time, obviously all the stuff that happened with his mom and dad, because it seems that he knows about his mother being Minerva, but we don't know exactly if he seems to talk fondly of her, and of course he hates Hagar, so I don't think he's made the connection that Hagar and Minerva are like the same people. I don't think he knows that. I think that's been a hush-hush kind of thing. I think that Lotor obviously thinks his mom is dead. I believe that that's what he thinks, but obviously that's not the case. Because I have this inkling that maybe Alora and Lotor knew each other, like obviously grew up, because obviously their dads were best friends, and it wouldn't make sense for Lotor to come after the whole thing that happened, because obviously Minerva turned into Hagar. So it would be a bit weird unless she was pregnant, like, at the time of, like, all that crazy stuff was happening, which maybe makes sense of why Lotor is the way he is, but he doesn't, but things with Lotor, he's not as crazy as both his parents, so I don't think, like, whatever that quintessence monster thing, like, is, I don't think it's completely in him, so I don't think that's a thing we need to worry about, but again, we don't know exactly sure, because they haven't really given us a thing where we know that Lotor was around at that time, or if he was a baby or not. But if he was obviously put in with like the quintessence Jew, so obviously he lived as long as he did. Because it would be interesting if like Lotor and Allura actually knew each other, and Allura is lying again like she did the time. Because I mean, it's not like it's not the first time Allura has lied about something. Again, she never told the Paladins that like the original Paladin for the Black Lion was Zarkon. She just didn't bring it up. And they found out about Lotor, and they're like, oh, Zarkon has a son. Like the way Laura kind of reacted, it didn't seem like she was that surprised. Like she wasn't like, wait, what? Zarkon has a son? While everybody else was kind of like, wait, what a minute, Zarkon had a son? What? But yeah, so I do believe that they somehow know each other, even if they didn't talk that much as children. Like they know each other in some sense, or maybe the reason why Allura doesn't want to say anything is because maybe they were very, very close friends before obviously all of that happened. So yeah, so maybe that's why, because she doesn't want like people to know. Again, it's like, Laura, why'd you keep secrets? Like honestly, just tell people what's going on. It's much simpler. But we're probably, if that is the case, we are going to find out this season. Anyways, right. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is obviously one of Lotor's generals. This one in particular, that I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me, but obviously I'll show a picture and you know who I'm talking about. Because I have made a theory about this girl, and it'd be nice to know if my theory is correct. But basically, yes, so basically I do feel like we most likely will find out what's going on with her this season. Like what is her connection? Like, I feel like she does have a connection, some kind of connection with Keith, and I do think it's something to do with family. I know a lot of people are thinking that, like, that's Keith's mother, but I highly doubt it, because just the way, like, again, I know, like, I'm not exactly sure exactly how, like, Galra age, or whatever else she's supposed to be, but again, like, the way she acts, I don't think that she is a mother of any sense. I do believe that if she is somehow like connected to Keith, it would most likely be a sibling, like a sister. I've seen a few people saying twins, but I'm not too sure. Like, I have stated that it could possibly be they could be twins, but I highly doubt it might. I feel like it might be a half sibling, because that makes a lot more sense. But yes, but yeah, so I do believe that in this season we'll find out more and find out if she does have a proper connection with Keith, because again, when it comes to animation, you always have to make a scene count, no matter what, especially the way animation works. And of course, we were introduced to her, like, back in the Weblum with Keith, and obviously, what would have been the point of Keith meeting her if she had no connection to him? Like, I don't think that was them teasing about, like, Lotor, or, like, Lotor having generals, because I just don't feel like that's what they would do. I think if they were going to tease something like that, they would have done something a little more smaller. Like, I don't know, we see like something to do with Lotor, like in the background, like you don't see much. Like, I don't think they would introduce a character unless she is connected to, like, Keith, as I said. So I do believe she is some way connected to Keith, but I think it's family orientated, because they kind of do look alike, just saying. But yeah, anyways, so yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the things that, like, I want to happen, but I'm not, like, entirely sure it's going to happen. Like, I'm probably, maybe, like, again, it depends on, like, the, what I'm talking about. But yeah, okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is clans. Yay, clans! We're talking about clans on this channel for once, instead of me just doing a throwaway thing. But yes, I probably have stated in a few videos before that yes, I do ship clans, but don't worry, I'm also one of those shippers who believe on you ship who you want, so if you don't ship clans, that is absolutely fine. I honestly don't mind. But yes, anyways, on to it. But when it comes to, like, what I'm talking about clans is, I'm not just talking about, like, romance things. I'm not going that level. I kind of just want their bond to show more. Like, because one of the things I kind of got annoyed with season 4 was it was kind of like Lance and Keith were separated, so they didn't get to interact, even though, like, season 3 was, like, them interacting a lot and kind of building, like, their friendship. And honestly, it kind of bugged me. Mainly what bugged me was about this is when they were doing New York Comic Con, they were doing this panel, and one of the writers, she basically said that Lance is Keith's stability. So obviously he's the guy who, is the only one that can kind of calm Keith down. And of course, saying that made us think that they were going to show that in the next season, to show that yes, Lance, obviously we saw it in season 3, but the thing is though, with that, it's like, you can't just have one season where you show one thing and then not show it in the next. Like, we need to see, like, even if there was just one scene that we saw, like, I would have liked to see Lance's proper reaction to Keith leaving, but obviously that didn't happen. And I feel like we do need to see more of that. Like, even if they're not going down the romantic route and they're just wanting them to be friends, show us it. Show them exactly what you're planning on doing. Show us more of Lance being Keith's stability. Like, show it to us. Like, there's so many things you could have done in season 4 but that could have shown it, but of course you didn't. But yes, so I do really, really want more of that. I want to see them interact more. I want to see their friendship building. And if something like more happens with them, then I mean, I would be happy as Larry. But yes, it would be interesting if obviously we got more interactions with them. But again, we don't know exactly what's going on because there's a lot of stuff to cover in Voltron. So obviously, we don't know if we're gonna get that. Anyways, let's stop talking about Clarence because I got a lot to say about Clarence, but that is for another video. But yes, anyways, so the next one I'm going to talk about is something I've been wanting since basically watching season 1. I want Hunk's backstory for the love of all that is good in the world. Like, honestly, we know nothing about Hunk. Like, literally, we know nothing. The only things that we know about Hunk is that he likes food and he likes to cook it, and that he's kind and he's loyal. That's pretty much all we have with and also know that Hunk is really, really smart. But after all that, we don't know that much about him. Like, for example, we know a lot about Keith. Like, oh my god, do we know so much about Keith. We don't know that much about Lance when it comes to things, but we do know that he has insecurities, and we know that he's not obviously the flirty person that we all think him to be. He does have his insecurities, and we kind of got to see more of that in season 3. But so, and also we know a lot about Paige. We know quite a bit about Shiro. Like, we know a lot more about the characters, but we don't know anything about Hunk. Like, does he miss home? Does he have his insecurities? Like, what's going on? I'd like to know more about Hunk, for the love of God. Like, hello, this sweet boy, this sweet boy, and we literally know, we're about to go into season 5, and I know nothing about him. Like, nothing. Like, honestly, come on, DreamWorks, get it together and show us some let Hunk have an arc. For the love of all that is holy, give Hunk an arc. Please, DreamWorks. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is I want Lance and Matt to become friends. I want them to be really, really good friends and get on with each other. Like, yes, I did find the whole kind of Matt finding Alora beautiful and Lance being just like, hi, excuse me, no. Like, don't flirt with her. I'm the only one that's allowed to flirt with her. I don't want them to have this whole triangle thing, this love triangle thing, mainly because I hate love triangles. For the life of me, I hate them. As someone who has read a lot of YA novels, it gets annoying. So I really hope they're not doing the whole love triangle thing with Lance, Matt, and Alora, because really, no, we don't need a love triangle in Voltron, thank you very much. But yeah, so no, I want Lance and Matt to become friends because they're so alike, and I feel like they would get on really, really well. I want to see them play video games together because that would be amazing. But yes, so I'm really hoping that Lance and Matt will be friends. So the next thing I'm going to say is basically to know where the real Shiro is. Again, I don't feel because we all know what the writers of Voltron are like. I feel like if we are to find out that obviously this is a clone, they're not going to tell us where the real Shiro is. No, they're going to end it off with finding out that this is a clone and then end it there. They're not going to show us where Shiro is. But actually, I'd be very surprised if they did show us where real Shiro is, like in season 5, but I doubt it, because I feel like DreamWorks would do that, because that's what they're good at, or the writers anyways, for Voltron. But yeah, I really do want to know where he is, because it's like, where would the Black Lion send him? Because again, I still don't believe that the Black Lion would send him to a gull or a ship. Like, I do not believe that for a second that that's what the Black Lion would do. So I do feel like he's somewhere. Like, I remember when I did my theory on where I think Shiro might be, someone did say that he might be in the astral planes, which makes a lot of sense. But also, who knows, maybe he's in another reality. We introduced that in season 3, so yeah, that could be a thing as well. So again, I do want to know where the real Shiro is. That would be nice. But yeah, so I don't know if they're going to, but it'd be nice if they did. Okay, so the next thing that I want is basically, I want Keith to come back to Voltron. I want him to join the team again. But again, I don't know how likely that's going to happen, because of the way I feel like season 5 might end with just learning that this isn't the real Shiro. So obviously Keith won't feel like he needs to come back until like season 6. So that's how I feel. But yeah, so I do want Keith to come back and be like honestly, he's like just disappeared in season 4. Like, wow, like a season with Keith, that's a weird thing. But yes, so I do really want Keith to come back, because yeah, but I don't know exactly how they're going to do it though, like how he would come back in this season. So I'm not like majorly hoping that it's gonna happen, because yeah, it's Voltron writers, we all know what they're like. So the last thing that I want to talk about is, obviously we have no idea when the next lot of episodes are coming out. Like, we are not too sure. They haven't released any dates. There's obviously been rumors, because obviously Tumblr and Twitter and all that are rumors. Like, I know some people are saying January, others are saying February. I've seen a few people say like April, but again, we're not too sure. But my thing is about this new season is, I want more episodes. I'm not huge on the whole we only get 6 to 7 episodes like per season. I just feel like it just doesn't work as well when they do that. Like, I don't get me wrong, I get why they're doing it. Like, I totally understand why we're only getting a few episodes, because they want the seasons, they don't want the fans to be waiting as long as they have been for like these episodes. But honestly, I don't mind waiting that much if it means we get more episodes, because I feel like it just like it makes the storyline seem better. And I feel like, yes, so I don't mind waiting a little longer for more episodes. I honestly don't mind, because I know for a fact that they have filmed, like, the voice actors have done like a lot of stuff way ahead of time. Like, we know that for certain, because that's what they do. They do the voice acting first, then they animate it. But so, because obviously Jeremy has said that he has voiced stuff that are like, oh, you're gonna love this, and it's like, Jeremy, stop. And then the other day I saw that Steve, who obviously, Steve Young, who voices Keith, said that he did a scene with Keith that made him cry, which, oh god, that's gonna be a interesting scene once that happens. But yes, so obviously they have things in advance, but I feel like they should have more episodes, to be correctly honest. And mainly it's because I don't want the show to finish that early, because I'm not too sure how many seasons we're getting, but from what I've seen, we're halfway through the seasons. But I don't want it to end so quickly. I feel like it's just kind of like, if you do it that way, it's kind of just like, oh, here's this season, and then it's over, like, gone. Like, I feel like, yes, I really want them to announce that there's going to be more episodes, because I feel like that would be a lot better, because this, like, the story narrative would be a lot better as well. And again, as I said, I get why the writers are doing it, but writers, highly doubt that you'll be watching this video. Like, I highly doubt you two would be watching this, but if you are, in some way, shape, or form, please, just do the season 13 or 12 episodes. That's fine. That amount of numbers of episodes are absolutely fine. But stop making 6 to 7 episodes, because then there's times where it's just like, I feel a lot of things are rushed, and it's like, okay, that just happened. So yeah, I honestly think that we should get more episodes, and then that way we get more fun episodes. We get to, you know, explore, and then we get to have more exploring of the other characters, so that we, you know, we get that episode where we have a flashback with Keith and Shiro. We also can get, you know, Hunk's backstory. We can explore Lance's insecurities, you know, all of that. But yes, and also, you know, if like Pidge is off to go find her father. But yes, so yeah, I would like more episodes, please. So basically, I will also try and predict when they're going to announce like the release date of the next few episodes. Now, as you know, if you're obviously in the fandom, you know that they're doing those vlogs, and they're doing it more rapidly now because obviously we got Lance's and we got Pidge's. I'll talk about Lance's vlog in another video, and probably Pidge's one in another video too. But yeah, so a lot of people, I feel like what they're doing is they're obviously, like, from what I know, they basically do it every Thursday, and I think the next one's going to be Hunk, for sure, and then it's going to be Shiro. I do believe they're going to have Shiro's vlog last, and I feel like once that happens, that's when they'll release, oh, Season 5's coming out on this date. So I do believe that's, obviously, I think that's what they're going to do, so that means that, you know, people are more hyped, and again, it's more sense that it's Shiro being the last one, because obviously he's the leader and all that. Again, when the vlog happens, we all know it ain't gonna be real Shiro, but that's besides the point. So I feel like I'm gonna try and predict when also they are going to, like, what the date might be. I feel like if they are going down that route where they are going to do more episodes, I generally believe it might come out in April. Again, depending on how much work they've done. Who knows, maybe they decided, oh, maybe we should do more episodes, and maybe they have, and they're going to release it early. I'd love it if they had the episode come out on the 19th of January, because that's a day before my birthday, and that'd be whoop whoop, but I doubt that's going to happen. But if so, I mainly think that it's either going to come out in February or April. That is my thing, where it's either coming February or April. That is what I'm predicting. Again, I could be completely wrong. We'll find out. And maybe we might not find out at the end of Shiro's vlog. They might not tease us. They might not say anything for a while. Again, we don't know. But anyways, yes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to like and subscribe for more geeky themed videos. And until we meet again, goodbye!